Welcome to Quotes 101. Like, share, and subscribe. We don't even ask. Happiness, just a little less pain. We are like roses that have never bothered to bloom when we should have bloomed, and it is as if the sun has become disgusted with waiting. Some moments are nice, some are nicer, some are even worth writing about. I never met another man I'd rather be, and even if that's a delusion, it's a lucky one. Oh, I don't mean you're handsome, not the way people think of handsome. Your face seems kind, but your eyes, they're beautiful. They're wild, crazy, like some animal peering out of a forest on fire. I wasn't a misanthrope, and I wasn't a misogynist, but I liked being alone. It felt good to sit alone in a small space and smoke and drink. I had always been good company for myself. I wasn't lonely. I experienced no self-pity. I was just caught up in a life in which I could envy no meaning. I didn't have any friends at school, didn't want any. I felt better being alone. I sat on a bench and watched the others play, and they looked foolish to me. Regret is mostly caused by not having done anything. What is your advice to young writers? Drink, fuck, and smoke plenty of cigarettes. The area dividing the brain and the soul is affected in many ways by experience. Some lose all mind and become soul insane. Some lose all soul and become mind intellectual. Some lose both and become accepted. I often stood in front of the mirror alone, wondering how ugly a person could get. My heart is 1,000 years old. I am not like other people. I have one problem. I don't hate people. They disgust me, and I want to get away from them. I do not have hatred. I have an escape mechanism. Having nothing to struggle against, they have nothing to struggle for. Basically, that's why I wrote to save my ass from the madhouse, from the streets, from myself. The gods seldom give, but so quickly take. Her one drink had Cecilia giggling and talking, and she was explaining that animals had souls too. Nobody challenged her opinion. It was possible. We knew what we weren't sure of was if we had any. Everything you own must be able to fit inside one suitcase, then your mind might be free. I don't know. It's been terribly hard for me. How do I know you won't do it again? Nobody is ever quite sure of what they will do. You aren't sure what you might do. Where some God pissed a rain of reason to make things grow, only to die. I see a bright portion under the overhead light that shades into darkness and then into darker darkness, and I can't see beyond that. She slammed the door and was gone. I looked at the closed door and at the doorknob, and strangely, I didn't feel alone. That your power of command with simple language was one of the magnificent things of our century. From the poem Result, La Meora de la Muerte, de la gente es una farsa, no queda en ellos nada, que pueda morir. I remember your saying, make it or break it, neither happened and it won't. Who put this brain inside of me? It cries, it demands, it says that there is a chance. It will not say no. I always had this certain contentment. I wouldn't call it happiness. It was more of an inner balance that settled for whatever was occurring. I don't hate people. I just feel better when they aren't around. People so tired, mutilated, either by love or no love. You realize when you're plucked out of the mainstream that it doesn't need you or anybody else. I like dogs better than men and cats better than dogs and myself. Best of all, drunk in my underwear looking out the window. You know, Doctor, wisdom comes at a hell of an hour when youth is gone, the storm is over, and the girls have gone home. Being alone, you decided, was a magnificent miracle. Nothing else made any sense at all. Escape. If you don't have much soul left and you know it, you still got soul. All that shit they were fed about democracy and opportunity was just to keep them from burning down the palace. There wasn't even resignation on my part, only disgust. A disgust that this had happened to me, and a disgust with the doctors who couldn't do anything about it. They were helpless, and I was helpless, the only difference being that I was the victim.